Caffeinated Conquest features adult nerds using adult language. Seriously, don't say we didn't warn you.
Alright, so last time you guys rescued Sildar Hallwinter, barely, from the Cragmaw's cave. You made camp outside the cave, and as you wake up the next morning, Sildar begins to come to. And he says, I thank you, adventurers. I surely thought I was going to die in there.
We thought so too.
It wasn't near thing.
I'm aware.
How's your neck, by the way? It looks a little bruised.
We'll talk about that tomorrow.
Okay.
In the meantime, I would like to continue to Phandalin, if you'd be so kind as to escort me.
Where's your bodyguard?
We are the bodyguards. I mean,
There's another person.
yeah, the other. Yeah, I don't think it was his bodyguard.
You mean my employer, Gundren?
There are 2 horses. So
Yeah.
Maybe he's a really good cavalier and can have 2 horses at once.
Clark, the bugbear who leads this goblin band, had orders to waylay Gundren. I heard from the goblins that the Black Spider sent word that the dwarf was to be brought to him. I don't know who or what the Black Spider is.
Sounds like some kind of forest. Probably drowned.
Really? To me, it sounds more like a spider.
Are you in possession of the missing map and so on?
Whoa, you're referring to Gundren's map. Yes, Gundren had a map showing the secret location of Wave Echo Cave, but the goblins took it when they captured him. I believe Clark sent the map, and Gundren, to the chief of the Cragmaws at a place called Cragmaw Castle. I don't know where that might be, but someone in Phandalin might know.
Yeah, that's my next destination.
I guess we're going to Phandelver.
You see, my friends, more than 500 years ago, clans of dwarves and gnomes made an agreement called the Phandelver's Pact, by which they would share a rich mine in a wondrous cavern known as Wave Echo Cave. In addition to its mineral wealth, the mine contained great magical power. Human spellcasters aligned themselves with the dwarves and gnomes to channel and bind that energy into a great forge called the Forge of Souls, where magic items could be crafted. Times were good and the nearby human town of Phandalin prospered as well. But then disaster struck when the orcs swept through the north and laid waste to all in their path. A powerful force of orcs reinforced by evil mercenary wizards attacked Wave Echo Cave to seize its riches and magic treasures. Human wizards fought alongside their dwarf and gnome allies to defend the Forge of Spells, and the ensuing spell battle destroyed much of the cavern. Few survived the cave-ins and tremors, and the location of Wave Echo Cave was lost. Recently, in the past 2 months, people from Neverwinter and Waterdeep have returned to settle the town of Phandalin. But all remains not well within its borders, from what I hear.
What's going on?
Well, you see, I belong to an allegiance called the Lord's Alliance. We are a group of allied political powers concerned with mutual security and prosperity. Members of my order ensure the safety of cities and other settlements by proactively eliminating threats by any means, while bringing honor and glory to our leaders and our homelands. I want to investigate the fate of a man named Iarno Albrecht, a human wizard and a fellow member of the Lord's Alliance, who disappeared shortly after arriving in Phandalin. I've not heard from him for several days now, and the Alliance begins to grow worried.
Where's this man last seen?
In the the town of Phandalin.
Where are we going now? I'm assuming. Unless you guys want to do something else.
Yeah, let's go.
Phandalin seems pretty.
Well, I hear orcs about.
Fucking orcs.
So, you guys are setting out for Phandalin.
This.
What are you guys doing with the supplies from Clark's Cave? The ones marked with the lion shield costume?
I think we're gonna leave that up to. What was our rescuee's name?
Sildar?
I think we're gonna leave that up to Sildar.
Sildar has no allegiance with the lion shield costume. He won't care one way or the other.
Is there anything out of it we can?
Or we can take it back in time.
You could take it back to town. You do know that the lion shield coster operates in Phandalin, and they may pay you a reward for returning your supplies.
There we go. We're gonna return the goods.
Reward, ransom, whatever.
Words.
Alright, so you return to your oxen. You pry the nails out of them to get them out of the tree. And you get back on the road.
Good thing they didn't get anywhere.
The rutted track emerges from a wooded hillside, and you catch your first glimpse of Phandalin. The town consists of 40 or 50 simple log buildings, some built on old fieldstone foundations. More old ruins, crumbling stone walls covered in ivy and briars, surround the newer houses and shops, showing how this must have been a much larger town in centuries past. Most of the newer buildings are set on the sides of the cart track, which widens into a muddy main street of sorts as it climbs toward a ruined manor house on a hillside at the east of town. As you approach, you see children playing on the town green and townsfolk tending to chores or running errands in shops. Many people look up as you approach, but all return to their business as you go by. Sildar seems much more at ease. "My friends," he says, "let us secure lodgings. I'm told the local inn is very quaint."
I guess we'll go.
Alright,
And I'm assuming we're done for the day.
well, it's about late afternoon, so you can still hit a couple places up if you want.
So we hit the club.
You have your wagon full of supplies that were to be delivered to Barthen's Provisions for the original agreed upon 10 gold. You have the Lion Shield Coster's equipment. And then you have the Stone Hill Inn where you can bed down.
Charlie, I'd like to make I'd like to do some investigating and see what the townsfolk can tell me about the lion shield.
The Lion Shield Coster? Where are you going to go for that information?
Let's talk around town.
He's gonna go to the park and
uh,
ask the little kids.
Some of the pedestrians around running in and out of through the, I guess, the merchants and stuff.
Honey, why were you late for dinner? A dwarf with a big hammer stopped me and started asking questions.
Alright,
I think it's a cop.
25.
okay, what are you guys going to do while he's doing that?
I was just gonna return the stuff to the Lion Shield costume.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are just going to the Coster Room?
Unless there's a kid at the park with like a skinned meat or something.
Is there like a mail service somewhere?
Oh, like mail as in. Okay, I was like,
There's an eye.
Probably. Most of the commerce is done by caravans like the one you're escorting. What are you looking to do?
I just need
Okay. You know that either the Lion Shield Coster or Barthen's Provisions should be able to take care of that for you, depending on what you need delivered.
just a letter.
A letter? Barthen should be able to take care of that for you. So, Trevor, you find out that the Lion Shield Coster is owned by a merchant company based in the city of Yartar, over 100 miles to the east. They ship finished goods to Phandalin and other small settlements throughout the region, but this outpost has been hit hard by banditry. The most recent Lion Shield caravan due in Phandalin never arrived, and you think this is the one that you currently have loaded into your cart.
Would they know the commander of the lion shield by chance?
You know that this particular outpost of the Lion Shield Coster is owned by a sharp-tongued human woman of 35 named Lenine Greywind.
I'd like to go speak with
That's kind of what we're doing.
She's gonna be a
Okay,
girl.
so you guys are headed to the coster.
Yeah.
Alright. Hanging above the front door of this modest trading post is a sign shaped like a wooden shield with a blue lion painted on it.
Halfway through that sentence, I started to get worried, but okay.
Did you forget what that
Hanging
are?
above the, what was it, the door?
Yes.
Yeah, hanging above the door tends to go kind of manly sometimes.
Don't know for who.
Hanging above the door by her hair is the head of Janine Greywood.
In the middle of town.
I heard of crazy things. I read a lot of books.
I'd like to go inside.
Okay.
You've seen The Wicked.
What is the wicker?
If there are
Are there bees around somewhere that I forgot to mention? Are you definitely allergic?
that's really more
Well, he's
a
got dick
question for
bees.
you.
He's got dick bees.
Moving on, whether there are bees is really more a question for you than for me. And the second part of that thought is oftentimes small towns will have conspiracies going on, and they'll just kind of ignore the fact that there's a conspiracy going on, and just what they perceive to be good.
I don't know what the fuck you've been reading, but most small towns are nice people.
Most.
Yes.
Jamestown. Or, is that what I'm thinking of? Jonestown. Thank you, Jonestown. Jamestown was not.
Anyway.
So you enter the Lion Shield coster, and you see the younger, middle-aged woman standing behind the counter, and all sorts of fine weaponry are arrayed on the shelves behind her. And she says, "Greetings to you, dwarf. I've not seen your face around here in Phandalin. Welcome. How may I help you?"
Well, you probably couldn't see his face because he was not
Not that short.
There's just a horned helmet sticking over the countertop.
It's not what you can do for me, but what I can do for you.
And that might be
My fellow Americans.
I believe
my fellow Faerunians.
I believe I have quite a few of your crates outside. Friends of mine wagon found ambushed and properly killed.
Oh, you recovered our lost shipment.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, I recovered.
More like liberated, but yes.
Either way, the town of Phandalin is happy to have them. And she snaps her fingers, and her two hands come running out the back. And
She was disarmed?
they're just two cousins. And then they haul the crates back inside, and
She
she...
had master hand crazy.
And she says, "Thank you, adventurers. This means a lot to the people of Phandalin." And she starts rummaging in the register, and she places a pile of gold on the counter and says, "If there's anything I can do to help you lot, please don't be a stranger."
What does she use a crazy hand for?
Use your imagination.
I don't want to use my imagination on that one. Have you received...
I'm sorry, thing, not cousin it. What the fuck is my problem? I need to rewatch The Addams Family. Cousin it was the hairy one. No.
Are there any other goods that are supposed to be delivered to...
You have the wagon load that's going to Barthen's.
Right, but I mean for them, are they receiving...
We're not delivery boys. We're not
Nobody else
delivery
is, so I'm
boys.
gonna take the gold off the counter.
You can hold it.
Right,
How much did she end up giving us?
250 gold. So it's enough for 50 gold each.
They seem happy to ignore it.
It's so heavy.
Dwarves. I don't think a dwarf has ever ignored gold ever.
You just did.
You guys are
Would
splitting
you,
them up.
would you toss me a pencil, Austin?
Is there anything
Thank
she
you.
can tell us about Perhaps at Echo Cave or anything like that. Wave Echo.
So it sounds like a Sonic mission.
She says, Wave Echo Cave. I've never heard of that.
Go.
Let's see.
What is that?
Some forge. Some type
Probably our
of
next
forge
mission.
for magical items. Rumor tells.
Magic, you say?
You
You know, I don't know, but Darren Edermath, the Orchard Keeper, is a former adventurer. Perhaps it's something he's come along in his travels.
During the aftermath?
Darren Edermath.
Where might I find him?
He makes his home at the orchard, of course. It's just slightly north of the town green. You pass it on your way into town.
Okay. Got nothing further.
I guess we'll go hunting.
Well, let's deliver the other crates with distances for this one, see?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're gonna close stupider than like 8:30.
Right. So to the next place to deliver the crates.
Okay, so you guys are heading to Barthen's Provisions. So you guys head to this small general goods store. Well, I shouldn't say small. It's the biggest trading post in Phandalin, apparently. It shelves stock most ordinary goods and supplies, including backpacks, bedrolls, rope, and rations. The place is open from sunup till sundown, so 8:30 depends on what time of year.
Wait, what time of year is it?
How of year do you want?
I don't know. I mean,
Winter.
it's not. Hell no, it's not when you're.
No, it's fall. Winter is coming.
Yeah. Dragons.
So Elmar Barthen, a lean and balding human male shopkeeper, 50 years, approaches you and he smiles with a kindly manner. And he has a couple young clerks following him, whom he introduces as Ander and Thistle. And he says, "Ah, hello, my friends. You must be here to deliver the provisions."
Yes.
"Ah, yes, good, good." And he shakes each of your hands and pays you each 10 gold. And says, "Ander, Thistle, come help these lots and unload the cart."
Yeah, more money. And now
Tell me, where is Gundren?
we're wondering exactly that same thing.
What do you mean?
Gundren, unfortunately, was accosted and waylaid by, so far as we're aware, a large group of goblins.
well, they've been cut in half now.
Well, that just means it's an even larger group of goblins.
I'm deeply saddened to hear that. Gundren was a friend of mine. And
Well,
you must find a way to help him. I must admit I was excited when he started talking about the lost mine of the Phandelver's pact in the nearby hills.
Oh no, reply.
Nearby hill being.
I don't know exactly where it is, although Nundro and Tharden might know.
Where can we find this first?
Nundro and Tharden were the other two Rockseeker brothers. They're camped somewhere outside of town, but I haven't seen them in a 10-day. I expect the brothers to return any day now to resupply.
Alright, let's go. I guess we could wait for them.
Anything else I could help you with?
Do you know where they went?
They camped outside of town. I'm afraid they didn't give me any more specifics.
I'm sure we'll be seeing them soon enough. In the meantime, is there any chance you could
For purposes.
give us directions to the orchard?
Oh, you mean the Edermath Orchard? Yes, it's just north of the town green. I could have sworn there was a disembodied voice that said that earlier, but I must be going senile.
Clearly.
Yes.
Well, at
You
least
most
one
certainly
of
would
us-
have had to pass it on the way to town.
Thank you for your time. So, do we want to go to the orchard? Or do we want to go and look for the other side?
I'd say orchard first. The orchard's gonna be all easier to do.
Alright. Let's go to the orchard. That orc.
The orcs are paying us.
She won't be strong.
It's a lot funnier when you do it on camera. So anyway, are we in agreement going to the Ettermath Orchard?
Yes, yes.
Yep.
Okay. So you follow the road up from the center of the town. And it sort of veers to the left a bit into this wide copse of apple trees, and you see a humble little shack perched before it.
Let's go now. I'm assuming you're making food right about now.
Used a sim.
Just assume.
Yeah, about how near to sundown is it?
It's getting close.
Probably. Or on his way back home. Too. What is it?
That's how these creatures operate.
Right, and a couple seconds pass and the door creaks open. And you see a fit, silver-haired half-elf, male, well over 100 years old. Like, you know, he looks that way by half-elf standards. And he says, "Can I help you, dwarf?"
Well, I would certainly hope so.
He's only half old.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I'm wondering if you might have some information that we're looking for.
I've heard many things in my time.
Well,
Tell me if you heard this one. A dwarf, a human, and an elf walk into a bar.
Yes,
Wait, so you have heard it?
go on.
Oh. And the owl says, "Be thankful you're short, cause that hurt."
I was wondering how he was going to pull that off.
We'll see if he's heard it. Wait, because of his experience, or because he's old and hard of hearing? Yes. Oh.
That was a new one. I trust you came here for more than just to tell jokes.
Yes, indeed we did.
Alright. Yeah.
We are searching for the forge. So, our true purpose for coming here is to find if we could ascertain the location of Wave Echo Cave.
Wave Echo Cave. Wave Echo Cave.
He's gonna.
Tell me, why is it that you seek this cave?
Our employer has been kidnapped. We have reason
Our
to
employer's
believe
employer's there.
that he's being taken there by a band of goblins.
Allegedly.
I see. Well, I don't know of Wave Echo Cave, but I have heard of other prospectors in the area having trouble. Perhaps they're the ones that waylaid your employer.
The other prospects?
No, the people. The trouble over.
Do you know the central area of the trouble?
I've only heard stories that in the hills northeast of Phandalin, someone was digging around in ruins known as the Old Owl Well. More disturbingly, several prospectors have been reported being chased from the area by undead.
Undead.
Indeed.
Darn.
If
That's-
you've a mind to be of use while you're in Phandalin, I would ask you to visit the ruins, just a couple days' march to the northeast. Find out who's there and what they're up to. I know the ruins are an old watchtower of an ancient magical empire known as Netheril, and I worry if dangerous magic might be dormant there.
It's 90% possibility.
I wonder what if there was no dangerous magic.
I actually think that would be stranger.
Yeah, wouldn't it?
Why isn't there any magic here? What's wrong?
Have you been in that general area?
I'm retired, my friend. I do not but mind my orchard these days. I can only pass along the stories I've heard.
Speaking of your orchard, do you mind if we grab a few apples?
I would be happy to help burgeoning adventurers. I too was once in your position.
I'm sure you do have a tale or two to tell. Besides the ones that you've told us and the ones that we've not told you. So, you do truly have...
By the way, congratulations on going under that bar.
Greatest accomplishment. Probably not the human.
From the depths of the sea? Is that why nobody watches Honey Boo Boo anymore?
He's still on.
God, I hope.
In any case, you have our gratitude.
So he'll give you a bushel of apples. And
More of a peach game myself, I think.
he'll say, now, if you'll excuse me, it is growing rather late. I suggest you find accommodations as well. The Stonehill Inn is very comfortable, but if you don't like to commune with the general public, there's a very nice halfling by the name of Quilleen Alderleaf that may lend her hayloft to you.
That depends. The people here seem nice enough.
They do. Thank you for your time.
Of course.
So, I
Good
could
night, cleric.
You didn't say what class he was.
It's pretty much.
it's kind of difficult to...
He's probably got like holy Moradin, like.
Like the fucking crustacean.
What?
Okay.
Just... I can just walk in the Castle Dracula.
Do you guys want to go to the inn or what?
I honestly kind of want to check out this hayloft.
Why?
Let's go for
Do you
it.
not like talking to people?
He's from a monastery. He has to be humble.
Monastery and like church are different things.
Well, Trevor's not wrong though.
What about chantries?
Although I'm not actually from monastery.
Chantries are a different thing. People die.
Only if they're clerics and halflings like to eat.
Halflings like to do a lot of things.
So would anyone care to join me in exploring the possibilities of said hayloft?
I'm gonna go to the inn.
Okay. So you're going to the inn. You're going to the inn. What are you going to do? Okay.
I'll go there and go check out my hayloft.
Dwarves. Okay. So the two dwarves go to the hill.
Of course. Those short people
this
just
another-
stick together.
Is this another joke?
Well,
Two dwarves go to a hayloft.
because you
Whoa.
can't walk into the.
Okay, so we'll start with you guys. So you guys go to the elderly farm, and again, there's a small, quaint little homestead set up before the larger barn and all the fields. And the door opens, and sort of standing beneath the doorknob, looking up at you with wide, bulbous eyes, is a halfling woman that looks to be about 45, and she goes, "Good evening, dwarf. May I help you?"
Yes, I was told that perhaps we could see shelter here.
Yes, you are a traveler, no?
Yes.
Come in. You must be hungry. I'll fix you a plate.
Well, thank you.
And she invites you in, and she bids you to sit at her rustic oak table. And as you guys are sitting there talking while Quilleen prepares your food, a small, spirited halfling lad who looks about 10 years climbs up on a chair next to you, and he looks up and says, "Hi, are you guys adventurers?"
Indeed we are, my young lad.
That's amazing! I can't wait to be an adventurer myself. You know, I tried going on adventures, but my last one did turn out too great.
Oh no? And why's that?
His entire party got killed.
Oh,
You got his dad on the last adventure.
Do you see his dad anywhere?
Oh.
Well,
this was so sweet, and it got so dark. Oh.
he says, well,
Kill party!
he says, well, you see, I was playing in the woods near Tresendar Manor.
Adventuring, my young friend? You were adventuring in the
I was
woods.
adventuring in the woods near Tresendar Manor, but I found a secret tunnel in a thicket, and a couple of big ugly bandits came out of the tunnel when I was there. They didn't see me, but it was close. I think the bandits might have a secret lair under the old manor house, but I can't do anything about that yet. But when I'm big and strong, I will take down those bandits.
I see. Can you tell
But he
us
needs
more
to take
about
out the
this
bandits to get
bandit?
being strong.
I think they call themselves the Red Brands. Lots of people in town, they don't like the Red Brands very much. They're mean people.
Well, my little friend, I don't like the Red Brands very much myself. And as much as it pains me to say this, in all honesty, I think when you're big and strong enough to be an adventurer in and of yourself, the Red Brands might not be around anymore. So you may just have to find yourself a couple of bullies.
Oh, wait, just like shit on his dreams.
Yeah, no shit.
Fuck.
Good
job.
Boy, could you show me where this place is?
What kind of fucking
No, my
shits on
friend,
kids'
I-
dreams?
I could take you back. You look strong enough to do something.
Hold on, my friends. Unfortunately, it is getting late, and did you say her name was?
Quilleen Alderleaf.
And Quilleen has already prepared this lovely meal for us, or at least is in the process of doing so. So I think it would be rather discourteous if we were to, well, not even eat and run, just run midway through. We should at least rest up for the night, have our food, and set out in the morning. Don't you think?
Spoken like a true boy. Yes. You'll show us in the morning, lad.
Sure, I'm available.
I got nothing going on.
Well, he's 10. What was a 10-year-old
He
halfling?
doesn't have a fucking job.
So, Quilleen Alderleaf comes in from the kitchen, and she has these two just heaping plates of mashed potatoes and mutton, and she sets them in front of you with a pint of mead.
She gives you haggis.
Well, a pint to her, so it's just like a half pint.
She's a halfling.
Yeah.
Ah, I got it. And she says, "So, weary travelers, what brings you into Phandalin?"
Red bandits.
Oh, yes, you'll find quite a bit of them.
Why are they tieflings?
That was racist, especially coming from the Native American.
You said the red bandits.
What can you tell
Are they
us about
menacing?
red bandits?
Can't believe it.
They're communists.
Other than the fact that they're tyrants.
Are they a menace?
Or a terror.
Many people don't like to do much about the Red Brands because, you see, they have a stranglehold on the town. Even the town master's afraid to do anything. They've run rampant, and with no local lord or authority to waylay them, they've caused naught but chaos. There's only one business in town that they do not attempt to hamper: the Phandalin Miners Exchange. I'm not certain why.
That's because they're in cahoots.
That's an excellent question.
It sounded like a sports question.
He's in cahoots? I thought he was incognito.
The guildmaster of the Miners Exchange is a woman named Talia Thornton.
There are a lot of women in positions of power this time. I like that.
Very progressive.
Very nice.
Or maybe they enslaved the men.
What was her name? I'm sorry.
Ever think about
Talia
that?
Are
Thornton.
you saying this
All
because I mentioned the liquor man? Just a pour for the notepad.
But I prefer not to speak of the Red Brands over dinner. Is there anything else I might be able to help you with?
Just one last question. What can you tell me about Holly?
I don't know her personally.
Would you like to...
Alright, then, on to a different note. Your young son seems to have quite a proclivity for... I assume he's your son?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Ma'am. Sorry, I couldn't tell with the beard.
It's common mistake.
Mistake.
Oh. Easy enough mistake to make, my little friend. I can call another person too.
Barely.
Dwarves are medium, halflings are small. I can do it. But being that your young son does have such a proclivity for adventure, we were wondering if he might go on just a small journey with us, pending your approval, of course, tomorrow in the morning.
You just gonna you out the fact that Jim was died last time?
I already know what you're about to ask me. Something must be done at the Red Brands. If my son can help in any way, then I will allow it, but you must not allow danger to come to him. He can show you the entrance to the tunnel, and that's it. He must return home.
Can the kid hear me?
Yes.
Then, before saying this, I'm going to tip the, damn it, I'm so bad with names. I'm going to tip our halfling host, a hearty wink, and say, well, I'm sure the lad can handle himself if any danger does befall us, but, we'll do our best to keep him out of harm's way.
Thank you for that.
And at some point before bed, when the kid's not around, I'll let her know that he's coming back before anything like that starts.
Alright. Again, I would much rather change the subject. Is there any other information you require?
Would you like an apple?
I live on a farm, thank you.
Just thought I would ask.
Like what? Her apples aren't good enough.
Trevor, is there anything you'd like to ask about?
Some more whiskey or ale?
She refills your mug.
You like that?
I don't think she has whiskey. Because you know whiskey's made
She
from.
wouldn't know anything more about that guildmaster. Would she know the guildmaster's locations?
You know where to find the miners' exchange.
Okay, I'm good.
Nothing else you want to ask about whatsoever?
I feel like there's an obvious answer to this question.
There really is. What if...
What would she know about
Sildar?
Sildar, but also what would she know about the Echo and the Caverns?
Wave Echo Cave. Thank you! Thank you! I only had to lead it by the fucking nose! Is there anything else you'd like to know? Anything whatsoever!
Well, to be fair,
Did you get all that?
they do
No,
that to me
fuck!
at work all the time. Is there anything you want to ask? Is there anything you need to say? No? Fucking... Yeah.
Okay, so what exactly would you like to ask me?
Have you heard anything about the Cave? Or the rumors
Have you heard
of the
of
undead going around here?
Should have just stopped and way back up gameplay.
I don't know anything about any undead, but... Wave Echo Cave, you say? I can't say I've heard of that. You know who might know something? Radoth.
Where might we find
This is a
Radolf?
fucking game of Pelican, I swear.
Oh, I have a longtime friend, a druid by the name of Radoth. I figure if you're looking for
Damn
a site in the area, there's not an inch or a mile of the land that he doesn't know. Radoth recently set out for the ruins of a town called Thundertree, just west of Neverwinter Wood. The ruins are about 50 miles northwest of Phandalin, and I could easily give you directions so you can find the place.
That sure sounds like a pretty fucking metal place.
It does sound pretty fucking
Alright.
Every time we cross
Well,
So you guys finish your meal, and I assume you retire to the hayloft for the night?
Yep.
wow, dude, that town would just be uninhabitable in like autumn.
Okay, so you guys went to the inn.
Yes.
Alright.
What are we in for?
In the center of town stands a large, newly built roadhouse of fieldstone and rough-hewn timbers. The common room is filled with locals nursing mugs of ale or cider, all of them eyeing you with curiosity. And Sildar goes up to the, he goes up to the bar, and it's a middle-aged man that he speaks to. He pays him 5 gold, and he goes upstairs.
Takes up. Wait, 5 gold for his lodgings or for all of their lodgings?
For his.
What a dick!
Oh no, not 5 gold, I'm sorry, 5 silver.
What a dick! Like, oh, you guys just saved my life and made sure.
Oh, I'm sorry, that reminds me. You guys all get 50 gold for escorting Sildar back to Phandalin. What a dick! Oh wait, he paid us? No. I always like that guy.
How much money are we up to right now?
We've made 110 thus far.
Alright, so...
If he didn't give us anything for saving him, and then, you know, just kind of, yeah, you guys can pay for your own hotel, right? Dude,
It's silver. Yeah.
So you see a bunch of
Proves my
locals
point.
just like sitting around the table.
Dennis, that's 50 cents. A night. That's amazing.
Yeah, he couldn't
It's
drop
4-star.
He couldn't drop 50 cents on the motherfuckers that saved his life.
We got $50, so continuing. So there's an old farmer, a ditzy-looking barmaid that just flits from table to table.
So she's a barmaid.
Yes.
I'm excited for the bar.
A rough-hewn, haggard, miner-looking fellow,
So he's...
and you see the
God damn it.
innkeeper and his wife behind the bar, and there's an elderly woman weaving in the corner. So, what would you like to do?
The elderly woman is suspicious. She must be rich. Or a goddess in disguise. Oh, fuck that. I don't know, nigga.
Use your elven charm.
Have elven charm. I was born human.
How was
You were raised by them, didn't you pick up on it?
Yes.
No. Fuck. I could talk to them. I could just mind my own damn business and go to bed.
What about the other two?
You can take
guys?
a minor stuff.
Also, you want to go card the miner?
Fucking pickaxe in the neck.
Okay.
Once you go.
The drunk ones have the best stories.
They've got to be drinking for a reason, right?
Because they've been working all day.
Also, it's a small town. There's not much else to do. You either drink or fuck.
I'm sure there are some people who do other shit.
Yeah, during the day when they're at work, at night you drink or you fuck. And it's
You know what? You got me
nighttime.
there.
I don't see either of you drinking when you go upstairs.
You have to drink constantly, otherwise people just fuck you.
Alright, so Tom,
It's uninhabitable during yawning.
nobody really knows what you're talking about until you go up to the miner. And he says, I might have heard something about a cave. Long time ago, right? Got sacked by orcs. Yeah, I hear the orcs are back these days.
Fucking worse.
Orcs have been seen on the east end of the Tribor Trail. Here, Town Master's looking for someone to run them off. Afraid I don't know any more than that.
Would you happen to know where the location of this cave would be?
I have no idea, buddy. You need a druid for that.
Then could you tell me where the town manager resides?
Yeah, he's in the Town Master's Hall. It's...
Probably the big one.
He flips through an atlas.
And these 3 kilometers this way.
It's right across the street, one building down, to the south. Yeah, no problem, buddy.
You could take them for your time. No, don't go spinning all one place now.
Can I look up the window to see if the town master hall is open?
It is not. It's getting pretty late. The sun has set already.
They close at
The
7.
windows are boarded.
There's the post office.
They get up stupid early. Like 12.
The lines. No, it was 10.
I guess, well, I'm gonna head up to bed.
So you gave my 50 silver and...
5 silver.
You can pay him 50! I better get the fucking presidential suite.
Would you like the presidential suite?
Oh god.
Ooh. This is exciting.
The presidential suite
Wait, are you saying there's
is 2 gold a night. Oh, I'm sorry, it's 4 gold.
Alright,
For
I'll
an
take the
instant.
presidential suite.
Would you like the presidential dinner with that?
Have him bring it up to my room.
Okay, that's an additional 2 gold.
Okay.
Okay.
What are you gonna do with the other
Wait, so
19
are you
gold
saying
you
we
just
can
dropped
have
on
a
that counter?
Roll an investigation check.
That is 10. So... Oh,
Yeah.
you dropped an extra.
No,
I
it
thought it
was.
was on the 2.
With the 22.
You could probably find some blow and some loose women that are willing to spend
Like
the night
that
with
ditzy
you.
barmaid you see.
Yeah, seduce the ditzy Barbie.
Go on now.
But that's
But don't
different.
expect to use
Hey,
my-
baby, I got blow. Do you?
But don't expect to use my sweet.
Just kind of, hey bro, what's up? I'm here now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up to my room and lock the door.
Okay.
All of them?
So you're going to bed?
Yeah.
Okay. Austin, what are you gonna do?
Really not much else.
You can seduce the ditzy barmaid.
No, that's yours. You've already got it.
Do it.
Austin, we should get his room number and then seduce the barmaid and send her to his room.
Send her to the presidential.
Yeah!
I'll be in the position.
I ordered the lobster.
What are you doing, Austin?
I'm going to bed.
Okay.
Fucking
What are you
see.
gonna do with all your
And so the innkeeper's busy, so you rent the room from his wife, and
Can he rent his wife?
Trelina says to you, so you're new around this part, I take it.
Wait, around this part?
Phandalin.
Well, I'm new to the entire area.
Are you renting the room with him at the same time?
No, that'd be weird.
I'm going to take a drink. I don't see you taking anything. And a drink?
I'm taking myself.
Okay, well you hear her say to Austin, be careful of the red brands around these parts. Thel Drendar, a local wood carver, stood up to them a 10-day ago when they came by his shop and leered at his wife. The ruffians murdered him. Several townsfolk saw it happen. The red brands grabbed his body, and now his wife, daughter, and son have gone missing too.
Jesus!
Ah, yes, a classic kidnapping. I don't know how to deal with these.
That was a little more than kidnapping.
Oh, well, they also took the wife, too.
I was really more concerned with the fucking murder.
It happens.
Not that Thal is around to be concerned with a murder.
That's right.
Busy playing in your hayloft.
They're having a hay fight. Whee!
Yeah, you're having the hippies battle.
Wait, I got an idea.
Are they just sitting around in their pajamas,
Trevor, give me
braiding each other's beards?
Give me a charisma check.
No! God damn it!
Contested.
What did you roll?
7.
You cannot fuck this up. You cannot fuck this up.
One. Aww.
15.
Yeah, you think Harvick smells funny, and you know exactly where I'm going.
Yes, I do, god damn it!
It's fun being the dungeon master.
Actually, I'm passed out drunk at this
So
point.
you're not gonna braid each other's beards?
Whoa.
No.
Have a pillow fight or a game fight.
I respect him as a fellow adventurer.
Yeah, okay.
And talk about the
God, that
the
was
boys
so
you're gonna crush on.
sexist! You undid all the work we did here. You undid all the work they did. Whatever. Work was undone.
I personally undid it.
No, I'm
I didn't do anything. I'm just the narrator of the story.
just obsessed.
Yeah, don't blame James Earl Jones.
And besides, as a fellow adventurer, you happen to think his magic weapon is impressive.
Do you have a magic weapon?
In pants.
The fact that it just got one.
How do you follow isn't a lesbian? Maybe
does
she's
force
asexual.
damage.
Holy shit!
Alright, so what are the rest of you going to do?
Alright.
Okay, so you're in the presidential suite, just chilling. What are you two gonna do?
Just
Like a baller.
It's like, yeah, I'm gonna put my marshmallows in the microwave. None of that ghetto ass fire shit. Yeah, I am. So I'm just gonna get a room.
Okay, so that's 5 silver.
Awesome.
I already said it took a room not to sleep.
Okay. And so he's passed out. He's hanging out in his room. Anything else you want to do for the night, X?
Dizzy bar night.
No.
Dizzy bar night.
No.
Dizzy.
No.
Still the presidential.
I think I can do better than a barmaid.
Take it.
Oh, she's not good enough for you?
No, she's
Wow,
not
that's
good enough.
You're gonna say this while she's within earshot?
Also, she's working.
Well,
Not for long.
Working woman.
Yeah. I want it. Her little ditzy brain might get distracted and
Hey, look, Xavier, the
Little
fact of the
ditzy
matter
brain.
is, for all you know, she'll probably get off in like 45 minutes. And, you know, she's gonna be done with work in 30.
Oh, excellent.
I don't have that kind of time, nigga.
So as you're downstairs, and a sort of elderly man with a thatched hat sees your holy symbol hanging around your neck, and he goes, "Ah, are you some kind of priest?
Something like that.
Some kind of something.
Were you sent here to help out Sister Gorell?"
That's a lot of questions.
No, who's Sister Gorell?
Oh, I just thought she had somebody come help her. She hasn't been looking the best these days. You see, Sister Gorell oversees the Shrine of Luck, the Temple of Timora in town. She recently left town for a few days, but then she returned wounded and exhausted. I thought she had somebody come in and take over for her, is all. Anyway, sorry to bother you, young'un. Here's 5 silver for a beer. So you get 5 silver back.
Yeah! No.
Buy him a beer. He's challenging you to a drinking contest. I'm kidding.
I was.
You know what, Dennis? Just for that, contested charisma checks.
What is it?
Because true love sees past horrible adventure stench.
And obviously past the fucking beard.
Good luck.
Oh! What's your bonus to charisma?
2.
What do I get to...
So that's 16.
What do I get to fucking avoid this? Medicine to check if he's got warts first?
I'll give you advantage on the roll. And if you fuck it up, you got nothing to say to me.
Why did you just roll?
12 versus 16.
You better be rolling survival. Start rolling survival.
No, I'm a classy sort. We'll let this be a burgeoning romance.
I'm so not okay with this. You know what?
You guys
Actually, no. Give me a pen.
You gonna be lesbian? You're gonna be the Uber les? Is what?
Bala is...
A lesbian. Fuck you.
Then you get the ditzy barmaid.
Well, I guess we know who had a bad experience in that law.
Well, I could breastfeed my child, or I can just fill up this bottle of Mountain Dew. That's good for him.